Hello, Jane again. I've been off to auction again and bought a bag of costume jewellery. This contains quite a lot of broken bits, but the reason I bought it was I saw some bits that I want to work with. I've been watching some YouTube videos and YouTubers who are making steampunk jewellery and very asymmetrical metal type pieces, and I saw some bits in here that I thought might be useful, so I bought the bag. This cost me a £10 bid and £2.50 auctioneer's commission. So let's see what I've got and let's see what I can reuse. Start by tipping some of it out, and hopefully there might be one or two bits that we can sell just as they are, but if not, well, it wasn't too expensive. That's a bit squiffy is a good word for it. It's a bit squiffy. I think we might just cut that one up for the beads. And that's just an elastic bracelet. We'll chop that up for the beads. And this is, that looks like a burn. I think something's happened to that. I might have a go at cleaning that up and see what happens. We'll have a little look at that one. This is oh, this is a poppets necklace. Do you remember poppets? I had these when I was a young child, so probably in the 60s or 70s. These were very popular. Not so popular these days, just plastic beads, but they pop together. Great when you're a youngster. They're good fun. But, not for me. This bracelet, broken, but it's got some nice glass pearls on it. So we'll cut that one up and have the beads off of that. And this bracelet, again, pretty, stretch is pretty gone. Some of these are glass beads. I'm not sure if they, no. I was just thinking that they might be rose quartz. I think some of them might be rose quartz, the little pink ones. We'll have a little look at those. They're nice though. And we'll have the beads off of that, definitely. And a single earring. Used to be a clip-on, now completely broken, so that can go into a broken jewellery lot. Cost of 25. Good luck and reach for the stars. Little star charm. Now this is one of the pieces. Oh, there's random bead. Like a little bead pot. This is one of the pieces I was thinking might be useful in some sort of metalwork project. That's magnetic. Some sort of metalwork project, taking apart and reusing the parts. Got some nice dark brass pieces. I think it was a belt originally and it's broken, but interesting. So that is going to go aside. Watch out for a future video. This is oh, that bit's magnetic. That's a little magnet. And these pieces have no holes in. Interesting. Not sure. Very sparkly. Not sure how you'd use them. So they can just go. And that's a little magnetic bead with a earring back with it. This bracelet is broken. Look at that, broken through. Very tarnished. and very thin, which makes you wonder. It's got a mark in there which says turn it out the other way. $800, so it could be a continental silver. It's nicely engraved, very, very dark. So I think we'll just test that. Obviously, if it was silver, it'd have to go on the scrap pile, but we'll give it a test. This is another bracelet that's very stretchy. That can go on the chop it up pile. This is a vintage necklace. Clasp still works. The very brutalist pendant. I really like that. That is something I would definitely sell just as it is. Give it a bit of a clean. Might need to swap the chain over. I'll have a look in the daylight. But that is definitely something I'd sell. And this is a copper and gold tone magnetic bracelet. Not in bad condition. Oh, sorry, kicked the camera again. That's quite nice. That's another one that I would sell just as it is. We get a little pile of things that we can sell. This nice, I have a feeling it's more poppets. Oh, they don't want to come apart, but that's another poppets one. That takes you back, and that's more poppets. Oh, these are pearls. Broken set of there's a pearl just gone on the floor of pearls with quite a nice clasp, but it's lost its stone. I don't suppose the clasp is it's not magnetic. I think we need to test that clasp. Although the beads will just be used. We're going to put that on the testing pile. This is a necklace with poodle charm, a very worn bow, and a star charm. And a lot of wear to that. That's really had it on all the pieces. A bit of bathtub chain. That's also discoloured. That's like, oh, there's a red bracelet with a lemon on. It's a bit random, isn't it, putting a lemon on a bracelet? I suppose, maybe not. These are really sparkly little beads. So we'll cut that up and we'll reuse those beads, definitely. And a genuine leather watch strap. This bracelet is nice. It's got a brass inside. That'll make a nice little stacker bracelet. Good size as well. We can sell that. We'll probably put it with some others. And this bracelet, really sparkly. Looks like all the rhinestones are intact, but it's lost its clasp. We can do something about that. I can replace that clasp, so I'll put that on a mending pile. And this bracelet has a lot of wear. Plating lost there, plating lost there, plating lost there. And these beads are fixed. Little magnetic clasp, but not much you can do with that when they've got plating loss. This is a seed bead and hematite necklace with a vintage clasp and I think this is somebody's made project. I wonder what's on the message in the bottle. We've got to look, haven't we? What's it? If it's something rude, I'll cut the video. Oh, it's just, there's no message. It's just some flowers. Just some flowers. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. That's a nice little necklace. Handmade. I think they've recycled a clasp and it's handmade. I think that could be reused and remade. I'll have the beads off that. This is a very heavy duty. Clasp is broken there and there's no end to it there. I wonder if I could make that into a bracelet. Depends if these links will come apart. Because, oh, they're soldered. That's a nice looking piece of metal, but it's soldered. So I might have trouble reusing any part of that. Oh, what a shame. I'll have a think, because it's a nice piece of chain. It'd be nice to reuse it. If any of you have worked out how to use a piece of chain, how to get these parts, but they definitely looks like it's soldered to me. Or maybe there's an opening in that one. We'll have a little think about that, see if I can reuse it, but that's not going to be easy. This is that sweet little cube and a little sparkly heart. This is another homemade necklace. I think these might be rose quartz. I think that could be another one for cutting up. The clasp, you see, it's, oh, that's going to be uncomfortable. It's been double crimped and there's rough edges there. So I think that's another one for cutting up. This is a leather bracelet with a plastic turtle on top. Well, it seems to work, but to be honest, I'm not very keen on a plastic turtle. What do you think? We can put him up for sale in the shop, and if he doesn't sell, then I think he could be cut up. This is a black bangle. Quite nice. Make a nice stack. I think it's a man's one. It's quite large. We'll try and sell that one. And these, another bracelet that's seen better days. We'll have the beads off of that. And that's definitely gone. We'll have the beads off that. There's a clamper bracelet that's absolutely broken. And a small brass. That's very small indeed. This bracelet has been squished and it's caused the wooden, these are wooden mother of pearl, but it's caused some cracking. So even if you put it back and reshaped it, you've still got wood lifting where it's been cracked. So I think that one's possibly had it. This has got a magnetic clasp, but very worn. I think that one's had it as well. Now, here's another one of these filigree pieces that I was thinking that I might use in one of my projects, steam pump projects. I've sort of seen people using big necklaces and pieces like this and then wiring to them and using them in different ways. So that will go on my put it aside pile. This is a very, very worn clamper bangle. Absolutely seen better days. Really scratched up. So I'm not going to do much with that. And have you got a maker? Maybe. There's initials, looks like NR. This has seen better days. The wiring's gone, where it's been sort of folded up and it's lost a lot of it's lost plating and it's lost rhinestones. So I think that this little vintage necklace has basically had it, which is a shame. And this is a leather wraparound, I think, bracelet. A safety pin, brooch, and a plastic bead. Oh, these are nice. These are glass crystal beads. The chain has got a lot of wear to it. A little bit of, but I might keep the chain. I'm going to obviously rescue the beads. Look, you see the elastic's gone. But the chain is silver tone, but it's got some copper showing through. I might save that for consideration with my steampunk project with a multi-coloured metalwork. This lovely rhinestoning bracelet has completely gone, and that is just broken. It's plastic and it's actually rough on the edge, so I'll throw that away. You want someone to wear that. This is very worn. Would have been lovely in its day, but very worn. And a green leather bracelet. Yeah. Rusty screw in it. Oh, got a magnet here. This is, it's got mother of pearl. It's quite a sweet little bracelet. And give that, no, it's got a lot of plating loss just there, which is a shame. That one's had it then, I'm afraid. And this has got plating loss as well, just there. That's the lid off something. I'll keep you aside. Oh, these are funny. They're like little tops from caps. You know, you'd put thread in there and have a little dangle or something. That's interesting. We'll save them and use them as some sort of spacers or something. Definitely, that's useful. This, oh, that's a pretty brooch, isn't it? With like a glass cat's eye in the centre. And it's missing quite a few. Very hard to match up rhinestones like this because obviously they're blue. And you get that shade of blue is almost impossible. And I think it's got some replacements. These ones are a lot smaller and a lot darker. That one's smaller and darker. So I think it's already had quite a few replaced. So that can go to one side. Oh, that says love and it's really tarnished. But these beads are nice. So another one for the cutting up pile. That's a nice little stacker bangle. Nothing wrong with that. It's a broken clamper. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do about that. Oh, hang on a minute. You can bend it back into shape. It's just... There we go. Now have you got all your sparkles? Oh, you have. Oh, we can try and sell this one then. I'll fiddle with it a bit more and make it more secure. It's a bit rattly at the moment. And if I can make it more secure, we'll be selling that. This is just... My dog has a collar just like this. Oh, and here's another... Oh, that's a pretty bead. That's a glass bead. There's some pretty beads on that. That's another one we can cut up. And, oh, that's lost its end, which is such a shame because that's a lovely green glass heart. Seriously attached to there. That's would have been nice. This is a very old-fashioned men's for holding your shirt sleeves up. And this was a rhinestone sparkler. Clasp works. It's seems to be all there. So why are you in a bag of broken bits? Colour plating loss, that's why. And also it's quite twisted. It's having trouble sitting. It's got, someone's bent it around. So it's having trouble sitting flat. That's a very bent bracelet. And this, oh, these will be useful as seed beads, spacer beads. We'll cut that one up. This has got a lot of plating loss. It's definitely seen better days. Vintage necklace, but very lost a lot of plating. And that's a little key charm. We can have the beads off of that. And a pearl necklace. Some of the pearls have got a bit of wear, so we'll have the beads off of the ones that aren't too warm. We'll have off of that. This is a little sparkler. Got little sparklies in there. Another little clamper. Appears to have a maker or something on it. It is B&D. Who's B&D? B&D. That's one to look up. That could be bent back into place, so that's okay. It's got enamel work on it. It's quite nice. Yeah, that works. Right, we can sell that one. I shall tweak it a bit more off camera. Bead. Enormous nappy pin. Probably, looking at it, is probably from the 50s or 60s when we used to use terry nappies. These actually look like they might be some sort of stone. Some sort of jasper or something. Yep. If you know, let me know, but I'm guessing it's a sort of jasper. I don't know if you can see, but nice ones. We'll try and work out what that is. Now these little filigree pieces, again, I'm wondering if they might be useful. And this is on another handmade necklace. Lots of nice gold tone seed beads on that, so we'll reuse those. And again, useful beads. Elastic's gone on that, but useful. Oh, and this is a vintage, I think that's brass maybe, but a vintage pin, and it's got a very, very nice embossing, engraving on there. I'll clean that up and take a look at that. That's quite interesting and quite old. This is a chain that's got a bit of wear to it. Again, might be useful. Might be useful. We'll keep that to one side. Another watch strap. Pendant, it's got a stone missing. These stones are sort of a yellowy gold colour, which is going to be hard to replace. But I'm going to keep that for my steam pump project, because as I was saying, we're sort of looking at how I can incorporate things into... Oh, you see the edgings coming off of this. Okay, well, I'll have a look at that in the daylight. That's all going to have to be... Oh, this is a lot of loose metal work here. I think we'll rub this back and take a view. That might not be able to be used. Piece of cord. Oh, a big... Oh, another bead. a big chunker. These statement necklaces are supposed to be all the rage at the moment. And that is a real collar piece. Does it open? Does the clasp work? Yeah, it does. Well, that's a real statement piece, isn't it? Again, that's one I'll take a look at in the daylight. It needs a good clean. But I think that might polish up all right. Yeah, we can sell that one. Another bead. That's a wooden bead. And we've got part of an earring that is broken. That's bent as anything. Not sure what that is. This is another clamper bangle. It's a Ted Baker one. Again, needs a very good clean. Does it open? Do you open? Doesn't appear to open. Not easily anyway. That's one to clean up and have a play with. I'll put that on my to-do pile. A pink blob. That's a bangle. It's in pretty awful condition. I think that one can go in the bin. This. Another magnetic bracelet. Baubles are all showing signs of wear and plating loss, so I think that's one that can go. I'm not expecting to have masses from this lot. This is a bracelet with missing rhinestones and wear, so not a lot you can do with things like that. I'm not sure what these plastic things are. This is another one that I think there's some plating loss on some of these pieces, but I think that might actually work quite well in my steampunk metallic plans. So I'm going to put that aside. There's a little ring. Got solder on two sides. Not very well made. Not magnetic, we'll just give it a test. And this is a ring shaped like a crown. Missing rhinestones again. And that is actually quite big. Just costume jewellery. We'll harvest some rhinestones out of that. And a bracelet that says Budapest, not for me. Bead. There's a lot of wear on that clasp, and the leather has split there, so that one's unfortunately had it. Some more beads, we'll just pull them off. And some more poppets. What? Oh my goodness, you're a brooch. You were a brooch. That's a weird brooch. Why? Are you bent? Are you meant to be bent? Yes. No, you're not meant to bend. You're meant to be that way. You're meant to be straight. Oh, that's not good. That's a shame. That's broken. And, this has got rhinestones missing and plating loss. That one's had it, I'm afraid. Quite a bit of the stuff in here has had it. That's a belt buckle of some sort with lots of missing rhinestones. So we'll just use that for harvesting. A little cameo. I'll put her aside. She might be useful. Oh, I thought that was an earring, but it's not. That's an interesting piece. I'll put that aside on my little pile to consider for steampunking. Oh, I like that piece. It's a shame there isn't a pair of them. Wouldn't that make that there to there Wouldn't that make a nice earring with the dark red beads? That's an interesting piece. I think we'll keep that and see if we can come up with a plan for that. And this is a, oh, look at that for a bracelet. It's completely gone. It's got some gemstone chips on it. And then I think these are little wooden beads, which is quite sweet, but it's huge. Huge. Useful bit of a clasp and extension chain. Always useful. Always keep those. Got a box of those somewhere. This is a chainmail necklace. Got rhinestones missing. Again, how do you match up the colour and style of these rhinestones? Very difficult. Are we sure? And that chain's quite worn as well. Yeah, not an easy one to fix, that one. A ring, a man's ring. A lot of plating wear. Rubbed down to the copper. Not a lot you're going to do with that. Now, what is that? I don't know what that is, apart from the fact it's got a like a gateway. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if you could use that like a... Come on, someone will know what those clips are for. Anyway, you could use that like a pendant. You could take the clip out, use it like a pendant, hang something in here, and... Oh, yep, that's definitely going on the pile. This is a rhinestone stretchy. Seems to be all there. Not a bad size, is it? Oh. Yep, that can go on the selling pile. We've got a few bits on the selling pile. That's plastic. Toggle from a raincoat. Bead. What are you? Oh, you're a donkey. Well, of course. Why wouldn't you have a donkey in the middle of this? It's a little... He's got blobs of glue all over his feet, but I think they'd come off. Don't know what you could do with him. But he's cute. Look at the little donkey. I think he's lead or pewter. I'm pretty sure he's lead or pewter. He's very heavy. Well, another toggle. That's a bronzy circle. Looks like it's handmade. I shall put that on my pile of metal bits. No idea. I expect that was an earring, or possibly a clip-on at some point. Another bead. Another bead. Oh, it's a scarf ring leaf. Interesting. We can put that on the pile, on the to use pile. Bead. Oh, and a green ring. Quite small. That's fab, isn't it? I like jewellery like that. Something loud and different. Okay, we'll sell that one just as it is. We're getting to the end of it now. Just move it all out. Bracelet. That's just plastic beads. We can have the beads off of that. These are like fake hematite beads. We can take the beads off of that. Oh, these are nicer pearls. These are knotted in between each one. Clasp has long gone, and it was a nice clasp as well, engraved. Nicer pearls. I shall reuse those, definitely. They're very nice heavyweight pearls. I think they're just glass, but they seem to be quite nicely made. And a little ring, missing rhinestones. Can go to Rhinestone Harvest. a leather bracelet with a worn clasp. Oh, that's a heart. It's quite nice, isn't it? And it's got all its rhinestones. Yep, we'll try and reuse that. Not quite sure how that's going to fit on a pendant, but hey, that's a neon green heart. It's very scratched. It's a glass heart and some little crystals. We'll have those off there. That's a bead. Let's gather up some beads. I like these bits of like abalone under resin or something, but they've got no holes in them, so I'm not sure how they were used. Nice though. That's an abalone bead. Nice bead. And a little ring with lots of wear. That's got a stone missing. Probably on a brooch. Got a little gap there. We could do something with that. That's going on my potentially steampunking pile. It's like a money clip. Interesting. That's a broken Hollywood type earring. Very pretty. Very pretty. I have to think about what we can do with that. And that's just broken. I have no idea what that was. Probably part of a necklace. Put that on the testing pile. Weird thing. I reckon that's a gemstone ring. Do you think that could be agate? I think that could be an agate ring. Wear to the metal. I shall test that one, see if it is. Some prayer beads. These are glass beads. That's a nicer one. A little rainbow charm. Nothing wrong with that. That can be used. This little ring has got plating loss. Sweet, but got plating loss. That's a cufflink that's lost its back. And part of a necklace. Missing its central stone. Pretty though. I'll see if we can replace the stone in that and maybe use it as a pendant. Edelweiss scarf clip. I've had loads of those. Very popular back in their day. Bead. This is a charm, religious charm. Jesus on that. Bit of enamelled broken earring. Bit of bent metal. I don't think that's anything, just a bit of bent metal. A Croydon Harriers 10-mile race 5 fun run. That's missing some rhinestones, but it's quite a good colour. I'm going to keep that and see if we can do something with that. A spoon, of course. Bizarre. I have a spoons lot, so that can just go. This has got wear and loss. That's just a bit of rock. Another bead. It's quite a nice looking bead. Quite a nice looking bead. It might be a gemstone. Keep that one aside. Big sparkler lost a lot of stones. Oh, they're whales. That was an earring, I bet you. And it's lost its back. But we can have those whales off of there and they can become a little pendant or something. Sweet. And that bright orange, look at that. Part of a bracelet, I should think. That can be recycled. Some more of these plastic things. I'm not quite sure what they are, but they can go. Bead, 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 bead. Plasticky bits. Oh, that's a man. He's just like the donkey. So I'll put him with the donkey. We'll see if anybody else turns up. That looks like it's pewter. Very large ring. Does look like it's pewter. Possibly a man's ring. Can't see anything wrong with that. We'll try and sell that one. And this has also got plating loss. That would have been another ring. Bead. This little pendant looks like Celtic. That looks like pewter. Definitely reuse that. Another toggle. Another toggle. Definitely a bit of a toggle thing going. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a bit of sodalite. Keep that. A little crystal bead. Back of the earring. Tiniest little ring. I mean, that is minuscule. Not magnetic. Another bead. Some more beads. That's a Hollywood type earring. Again, top of it's broken off. It's like a cartwheel. Well, that's interesting. It's got a little bead hanging off it, but it's just like a little wheel or a cartwheel. That's nice. I like that. And brass, I think. We'll definitely get some use out of that one. Those are glass drops off a light fitting or a chandelier, but we'll definitely reuse those. They'll be nice. Oh, so many beads. So many beads. Bit of broken plastic. That's a bit of abalone. More beads. More beads. That's a broken hair grip. Another bit of filigree. That needs hammering flat. That's bent. But I'm going to keep that just in case. Well, that's just horrible. And that's a broken bit of chain. I'll have the extension chain off of that. That will go onto a necklace or something. A broken mother of pearl shell cross. That's a pin badge bracelet that says, what do you say? Made in China. Tianzai HAO. It's got a maker's name on it. Well, we'll just look that up and see if that's worth anything. Oh, that's really unusual. It's like a fan. It's got some wear to it. I think it's got some age to it as well. The little pin brooch. I'm going to have to Google lens that. That's really interesting. Bead, more poppets. Little gold tone ring. Quite sweet. That one might be able to be sold. This is part of, isn't it? Part of a necklace or a bracelet. It's got a connector at that end and a connector at the other end, which means, and it's nicely made. I like that. So we can definitely reuse that somehow. Not sure how. It could become part of a necklace, or it could, it's got a connector there and a connector there. So in theory, it could become an earring. And we'll have a little look at that. And we're also going to put that on the testing pile because it is nicely made. Right, beads. Let's clear some of these beads out of the way. And there we go. We've got finally a bracelet in the shape of a brooch in the shape of a key with a lot of wear and rhinestones missing. That could possibly be used for harvesting as well. And then little hearts, lots of wear to that. Bits, little broken bits. This is a sweet little infinity ring. Doesn't seem to be too worn out. Quite a small size, but which that can be resold. And this is a little figure. I expect that was an earring at some point with that little post in there. But cute little figure. Sweet. Right. Bear with me and I'll be back in a moment. Right. I'm going to test some of these pieces for silver. So, as you probably know by now, we're looking for things to have a good scratch and for them to go red with the silver. That's got a reasonably good scratch. I have no idea what this squashed lump of thing is, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's got a reasonably good scratch as well. I've got a ring. That scratch is a bit yellow, so I suspect that's got brass underneath. This I think I'll sell just as it is. I think it might be pewter. It definitely feels quite soft. But we'll see. And then the clasp from this necklace. I don't think that is. I think I can see brass coming through. But and finally this chap. Just wondering where to scratch from. Pretty sure I can see copper coming through there. Right. Let's see if anything. So that's the bracelet. Oh, that's a big blob. The thing, the ring, the other ring, the clasp, and this necklacey thing. And see if anything turns dark red. It's always worth testing. And give it a few moments. Sometimes it's easier to see if something's turned red by looking at it on a cloth. So first of all, we had the bracelet, and that is completely yellow. Not even a hint of such a big blob anyway. Must get another piece of tissue. Next one, very yellow. Maybe we're not going to be lucky, so that's rubbish, whatever it is. Next one, very yellow. The next ring, which is this ring, yellow. The clasp from the pearly necklace, yellow. And last but not least, this yellow. So none of it's silver. But anyway, it doesn't hurt to look and to make sure. So thank you very much for watching. I've got quite a bit to do now. I've got what I wanted was metal bits that I can play around with when I'm trying to think about how to do some steampunk type project. So I've got a pile of metally bits which is what I actually bought the lot for. So very pleased with that little lot. I've got some bits to obviously cut up and reuse. Lots and lots of beads to cut up and reuse for future projects. A couple of bits to clean up and look at selling as they are. And a few rings to look at selling just as they are. And then some bits to repair. So some bits to repair and to have a little look at. So all in all, not a bad lot for £12.50. Not a bad lot at all. Very pleased. I will at some point be doing a video when I've worked out how to do some steampunk projects. So look out for that in a few months' time. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.